We have a resignation from Corn Central High School from Sheree Hoffman, teacher. We have the at Corn Junior High, Volunteer Assistant Fellowship of Christian Athletes Coach J.D. Roberts. We have at the Corn Intermediate School Jessica Baird, Instructional Assistant. We have going all the way over to Schools Operational Matters, Rebecca Hoagland, Uniform Conflict of Interest, under Exceptional Learners Cooperative. You see their copier lease. And then you see Sunvale Addendum A Teleservices, Casey Zimmer. Then going over to, we have under new business, we have number 12, strike that on a change order from Crimp Construction. And then adding the Knox boxes. Knox boxes are where fire department, it's going to take us a while to get those, has to be coordinated through emergency management with our fire and police forces, put keys in there for access to our buildings. And then we have some canopy painting at the intermediate school. We have the installation of LED lighting and Ethernet outlets. That's at this building, right, Carolyn?
Yes.
And I would like to hold on number N. Could we table N? And we will hopefully bring that back to you next month. And then we would like to add, we have a quote for the board on parking at this office, adding some additional parking spaces with the addition of the square footage here. And then we have a drainage issue to address in the front of Corn Central High School. We'd like to add that for the board to take action on.
So a motion to approve, a motion to approve the amended agenda. So moved. Karen, second. Larry, all in favor, please vote. 7-0. Student council presentations. Do you want to do any recognitions first?
Well, I do, but I'm gonna wait until our student council, because I think they're gonna, one of our student council is gonna meet one of our
Okay,
recognitions.
okay.
So who do we have?
Jocelyn,
Come on up, introduce
are you
yourself.
ready to go?
It's
Oh, okay.
right there.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn Burnett. I'm the student council president at South Central. First off, I want to say thank you for everything you guys do for our school and for being here tonight. And then I have some updates and announcements going on at school. And then, is there like a clicker for the? There was a remote somewhere, but I can do it. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next one. Alrighty, so our cross country had a great season this year. The girls cross country were conference champs and the boys cross country was second in conference. We had 4 girls qualify for regionals: Ava Schmeltz, Brooklyn Keys, Addison Brown, and Kylie Ledford, as well as 3 boys, Nolan Brown, Bo Schmeltz, and Talon Reeser. And Nolan Brown also qualified for state and he finished 76th. Our student council hosted a blood drive in September and collected 23 units towards our goal of 60. We have 2 more blood drives on January 14th and April 9th. And then we also teamed up with the elementary and junior high to collect socks, hats, and gloves for the Bryce Gerlach Foundation. The juniors won out of all of the classes in the high school, so they get an ice cream party here soon. And then we had the PSATs held on October 21st. Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors sat for the PSAT while our seniors had the opportunity to job shadow or attend a college visit. And then we had our Red Ribbon Week through October 27th through the 31st, and then that's some of the outfits we had. There's students, and then the next one should be our teachers. And then Celestial Johnson was the DAR Good Citizen recipient for South Central. This award's given to a person that expresses dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. And then our Student of the Grading Period awards for quarter 1 were given out Friday, October 24th. 18 students were nominated for the first quarter, and then all students got a certificate from their nominating teacher. Our next Student of the Grading Period celebration will be in January to celebrate the achievements of our students in quarter 2. The seniors had Senior Carnival on November 1st, and it was very successful. The money raised will go towards other senior activities like senior prom and trip. And then we had the band concert on October 26th in our auditorium. And then we also have, looking ahead, we have Veterans Day presentation at 9:50 in our gym on November 11th. And then we also have Meet the Rebels on November 15th to highlight our basketball programs before the start of the season. And That's all I have.
One of the students go up and personally share with us. Wonderful, thank you.
Gordon Central.
And Sam, I assume you're here in support?
Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, hi, I'm Reese Jones. I'm going to be representing Student Council today at Gordon Central. And this is Gracie. She's going to be presenting with me today.
From the CCR Center, sophomores toured Prosper Career Education Center. That was from South Central and Corden, and they learned more about the 28 different pathways that are offered. Two airline pilot captains came to CCHS to share their overall career responsibilities and educational journeys during career discovery meetings this month. Interested seniors toured Ivy Tech Sellersburg to help finalize post-secondary plans and learn more about the admission process in detail. Seniors completed campus visits, job shadowing, and community service on October 21st, while underclassmen took the PSAT. Great timing, as early college application due dates were arriving. Seniors from Corden Central and South Central attended the Harrison County Lifelong Learning Career Fair to speak with local employers about future opportunities. Manufacturing and engineering pathway students attended the Lucas Oil Manufacturing Day event. Mr. Spencer reports that Lucas Oil made a good event even better with interactive workstations. Mr. Ledford's framing and finishing students attended the Central Midwest Carpenters Open House event. Contractors, hands-on activities, product reps, and vendors were all on site. Allison Schock was able to fine-tune her skills with a power drill.
Where did that come from?
I'm just reading.
All right, this is from Mr. Spencer. So our shop class is an industrial arts club. Every year they make ornaments to help raise money for their programs. All right, so this year, Cole Thompson, a junior at Corden, his design was accepted to be the final ornament that they're going to sell for this year. So they have a goal of selling just over 1,100 ornaments, and hopefully the sale sheets and order forms will be out soon. All right, so from Mr. Marshall, so our upcoming dates at Corden. On the 7th, we're going to have a mental health guest speaker at Corden to speak with us, and November 11th will include the high school and junior high for our Veterans Day program.
Concluding fall sports, we had football, volleyball, girls soccer, boys tennis, cross country, and golf all come to an end. And just some highlights were boys tennis won sectionals, cross country had a great performance this year, they ended out great, and girls golf ended as 9th in the finish at regionals.
So as we are entering winter sports, our girls season actually starts tonight at Lanesville. Our boys basketball, I don't think they have the official schedule posted yet, but it should be starting within the next couple weeks. Swimming will be beginning practices soon. Boys wrestling is going on now. We have our first meet will be on November 19th. It'll be an inter-squad scrimmage. And girls wrestling, which is an upcoming sport in America. And we have currently 4 girls on our team, which may not seem like a lot, but they're doing very well. We actually have our first meet this Thursday at home.
Wait, is that like you?
That is not. We say things. I'm just a big advocate for it. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. And again, it's so good to see you here. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay, then, Corden Central High School presentation.
You have that paper? Great. Welcome, folks.
Thank you.
As he passes those out, I'll introduce all of us. My name is Bella Tipton. I am the president here. With me, I have our vice president, Dane Inman, our reporter, Gracie Lewis, Sentinel, Brian Lawler, and our treasurer, Hayden Atwood. Unfortunately, our secretary couldn't make it tonight, but that is Allison Kelly.
So we are here because it's been about a year since we last talked with you all. We just finished up National Convention, but we wanted to talk about kind of what we've done this past year, how it's went, to give you a little bit of an update. So this year, along with our officers, we have 42 members, and all of them have been super active this year. One of those main ways has been our SAEs, or Supervised Agricultural Experiences. So we've had 12. They can be entrepreneurial, placement, or service learning. We had 3 go to state and 1 go to national, not to embarrass him while we're up here, but that would be Hayden. He went for his hay production. And that is a very big deal for us because we have not had that before. State is kind of the highest we've made it, and while we are very proud of them, we are super stoked about him going as well. On the next slide, there are a couple examples we had. The 2 on the outside are our past president and I, showing sheep over here. She's been doing that much longer. That was my first year. And then on the right is her all-time joy of showing cattle. In the middle, we have one of our members, Isaac Bruce's SAE, where he has a deer farm. So he's getting to raise them up. But yeah, so SAEs are one of our biggest ways because they let students explore hobbies and future career paths outside of the classroom. And that's a huge deal because they can do it at their own pace and really explore stuff that sometimes teachers can't teach them because they just have to witness it firsthand. And then we have growing leaders. So, yeah, you can talk about that part.
Okay. So Growing Leaders is one of our POAs, our program activities, where we have one delegate who is Hayden this year. He basically runs it all. He makes sure like what we're doing is like properly delegated under this, and what the main purpose of Growing Leaders to do is to just, as it says, grow leaders by pushing them into like leadership activities, like a captain of like a welding team or something, like a meat judging team or something like that. So we went to the state convention this year, and we had 1 Hoosier degree, which you can see in the middle picture right there. And we had 8 students compete at the state level competitions. And some of these include ag mechanics, small engines, ag demonstrations, and agri-science fair projects. And so we had 2 kickoff meetings. One was our chapter kickoff, where we had 24 members attend, and we had a little group bonding activity where we had to lead through. We had 4 people blindfolded, and we had 1 person leading the others without being able to like touch them to like turn them the right way. They have to go purely off like their voice and like their directions. And then we had 14 members go to district kickoff, where we had just a bunch of fun activities with other chapters around the district. And so finally we had our membership growth, where we had a jacket ceremony, which we had the 4 students listed there receive their FFA jackets, and we had their degree ceremony at our September meeting this year, where we had a big poster with handprints of a certain color based on your degree right there. And so we had each member stamp their hand to show how far they've come through FFA.
So some of our competitions we go through is some livestock skill-a-thon, we go through welding, livestock judging, there's demonstrations, small engines, entomology, agri-science fair, and employability skills. One thing we did this year is leadership retreat. We went out, we had 2 state officers, attend us, and we went around, talked about our leadership roles and what FFA means to us, and did some activities. And then for Apple Crunch this year, we had 195 second graders. Farm Bureau granted us some money, and we went around and talked to second graders about parts of the apple, how many different apples are made, and all kinds of stuff.
So this is building communities, basically. This is for helping everybody out in the community. So one of the things that we did for our community is we went out to the Blue River and we cleaned up trash along the rivers, and we just had a good old time out there swimming, fishing. So another thing we did was pet drive. We drove around town and set boxes out to collect pet stuff like food and beds and toys and everything. And we collected over 500 pounds of food that day. And yeah. So this is the Farmer's Breakfast. It's on Thursday. It's February 25th last year, right?
This
Yeah.
year it is the 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd.
26th. I wrote the wrong date down even.
Yeah. So
The 26th, February 26th.
it's 50.
I had it written down and it was still wrong.
Just got smeared.
A little bit.
It's 50 cents for a meal, and that's also Driver Tractor School Day. And we last year we sold over 400 meals, and it was thanks to Farm Bureau and you guys.
So, this was the Million Meal Project, and this was at State Convention, and our students packed meals to bring back to the local food pantry and the rest of our community. And we personally brought back around 400 meals to the Harrison County food pantry and to give out to families. This was our school supply drive. We collected over 600 school supplies, and we delivered and donated those to Corden Elementary, Corden Intermediate, New Middletown, and Heath, Washington. This was Glasstoberfest. Each year we do have a booth in the Glasstoberfest Festival, and we run kid games, sell plants, or make crafts for the kids to do. It's a weekend full of fun where everybody gets to come and we get to put ourselves out there and be a part of that.
So finally, we have strengthening agriculture, and that is kind of a mix of growing leaders. We kind of mix it in sometimes because we are trying to get agriculture out there and let the community know that we are not just farm kids, and we do a lot, and that's part of why we try to come and talk to you all, because hopefully you can see our year is packed full of stuff. So first up is Ag Day. This is personally one of my favorite events that we get to do, because we get to go down to the fairgrounds and teach third graders about different types of agriculture. One booth that we always have there that we run is embryology. So we get to teach kids about eggs, chickens, all the fun facts they can think of. And sometimes we even got to bring chickens there to see them. So they name them and have a good time with it. But we also have people lead around there. And then our second one is Little Hands on the Farm. So each year, it's during the summer, but we go up there and they have a little section, and it kind of is like a walkabout that kids can go through different parts of agriculture. So there's tractors, there's a pig barn, there's cattle. They had real live cattle there this year. But we help to run those stations, and kids get to go through, and then they actually earn $1 after all of their hard work and get to buy a snack at the end. So that's really fun to see. And then we have our FFA week activities. So this goes with the Farmer's Breakfast, but during that week, it is National FFA Week. So a couple of them last week, we had America Monday, Tacky Tuesday, Blue and Gold Friday, all of that. But we also have a pep rally where our officer team gets to go. We kind of announce some of the accomplishments we've made. So we announced his national award at the last pep rally, and really get to show off our members and how they're doing in the year to the rest of our school, while also having some fun, like roping the fake bulls, all the fun stuff. But that is FFA week. And then we have Light Up Corden. So last year, we both ran in the booth and made a float to go in the parade, which won best float. But our booth, we sell plants, and we also had our baby donkey Irene and her dog Sheriff there to get pictures. So kids got to meet her, feed her some hay, and really get on a one-on-one level with getting to see animals that they don't always get to see. It was a lot more personal, and she loved all the kids. And then she was also on the back in the float, and we had a really fun time that night. Everyone was yelling her name as we went through the parade. So it was super fun. And then that concludes that, but this is just kind of our community support that we've had through the year. So Farm Credit of Mid-America, Right Implement, Harrison County Farm Bureau, of course you all, the school board, and then our alumni and parents, because we could not do anything without them.
helping us complete our projects at midnight and driving us to all of these things that you see. So thank you all. And we love getting to come and tell you all about our year, kind of what we have upcoming and what we've done. So thank you all.
Mr. Marshall?
Good evening, board. So Ms. Johnson and I were debating on what programs we would like to highlight, and I was trying to remember over the years what programs we've highlighted or when you tour the buildings and would come in. And so first of all, thank you for your support for our programs and our capstone, our pathways, everything that you guys have been supportive of over the years. My group is going to talk about work and learn, work-based learning. So ladies, if you'll come up, I'll let them introduce themselves. I will do less speaking, kind of like graduation. You'd rather hear them than me, which is fine. So work and learn program.
Hi, I'm Peyton Smith. Do you want me to go through the whole thing right now?
Sure.
Oh, okay. I'm Peyton Smith. I'm a senior at Corden Central High School, and I get the privilege to go over to the CIS every single day. While I'm at the CIS, I work in the classrooms of Miss Whitaker's 6th grade class, Miss Byron's 5th grade class, Miss Ross's 5th grade class, Miss Mosier's 4th grade class, and Miss Denny's 6th grade class. While I'm there, I was a little bit nervous because all my 3 years I was at the CES, and then once I found out that I was going to be at the CIS, I was really excited, but I also didn't have the experience of working with older kids. But like once I got into the setting, in the classroom setting of it all, the teachers were really kind and worked with me on everything, and I got to really get to know the kids, and I found out that it's actually really not that different from the younger kids. They might be a little bit more mature, but overall, it's a lot of the same stuff, and it's really easy to kind of work with them. I plan after high school to go to college for education, and I think by the end of this whole experience, I think that that's really gonna like solidify that that's what I want to do. And by the way that things are going, I think that that kind of confirms that like this is what I do want to do. But things may change. I don't see them changing, but from the way things are going, I think it's going good. So that's it.
Okay. Okay, oh, sorry. All right, so I'm Reese again. And all right, so I'm employed at the CIS. So I am in Mrs. Payton's 4th grade classroom, Mrs. Brown's 4th grade classroom, Mrs. Carnley's 5th grade classroom, Mrs. Ike Miller's 6th grade classroom, and I'm also helping with Mr. Carl in his computer science classes in the 6th grade. So I have a wide variety of kids I'm working with, obviously. So I love being able to do this. It's extremely fun. It gets me a lot of experience, and it also looks very nice on a resume. Whenever I get into college, it's be pretty nice. And also having the opportunity to get paid also is really nice as well, and it's a great motivator for me and future educators in a world where teachers are extremely undervalued. And I think this program is extremely nice as a way of implementing that and encouraging that. And one of the things I love most about it is the impact that I make on the students. I love seeing them out in the hallways and they say hi to me. I love seeing them in public. It lets me know that I'm not only making an impact on their educational environment, but also I'm connecting with them personally and whatnot. So I love being able to help my teachers. I love being able to get feedback like this. It makes me just know that I'm doing something, I'm helping people. And so in summary, this is really nice. I really like doing this, and I would definitely encourage any other people who they could align with something like this. I would heavily encourage them to do this, and as long as we could implement this, I would very highly encourage to do so. My name is Gracie Welch. I'm a senior at the Corden Central High School, and I am employed at the elementary school. I work with 2nd grade in Miss Byers' class, Miss Fessel's class, Miss Rosbottom's class, and Miss Wheaton's class on 2nd grade. I am so grateful for this opportunity to be employed because I work, well, it's nice to get paid because I work in the morning during school hours because pretty much all throughout the year I am busy with sports. I do 3 sports, so it's really nice to just be able to still get some income through this, especially since it's also giving me experience because I plan to also go to college and be a teacher. This also has really helped solidify that I do want to become a teacher. I've thought this probably since before kindergarten that I want to be a teacher, but this has really solidified that like I do want to do this. I want to go into 2nd grade hopefully, and I'm really excited. And yeah, I love seeing the kids' faces when they finally understand, like if they're not understanding it, I can help them understand it. Yeah.
My name is Skylar Hignite. I am also a senior. I work in the elementary school in the kindergarten classrooms of Miss Smith, Miss Pinelli, and Miss Renert. This is my first time working with kindergarten, but it has been such a learning experience. I really appreciate the differentiation because I've worked with 1st grade through 3rd grade and never with kindergarten, and it's a lot different. I've learned a lot, and seeing the different classrooms and teachers of different experience, because one of the teachers, it's her first year of teaching, and some of the other classrooms are more seasoned teachers, and it's given me a more realistic view of what teaching is like, and it's really set it in stone that without a doubt I want to go into elementary education. I want to talk about not only how this has impacted me, but how I impact the students, because this program isn't just about me, but it's about the students I'm working with every day. Because I'm in kindergarten, a lot of these students, it's their first time in school, and coming in the beginning of the year was a lot of new experiences. But many of these kids I already knew because I also worked at the Boys and Girls Club, and seeing me was a familiar face. Even if I didn't work with them directly at the Boys and Girls Club, it was still a connection and like a bond that I had with these students that made coming into kindergarten an easier transition. So I would like to thank you all for this invaluable opportunity to help these young children and learn a lot for myself.
Thank you.
So
If I may just interject really quickly, I will tell you that when I went to complete their evaluations at CES and CIS, the teachers were just overwhelmed with like how they blew them out of the water. They said each one of them exceeded their expectations, and I think that's worth noting, is that they really did exceed their expectations to be in the classroom.
The next thing that we want to highlight is a different pathway that students can take at Gordon Central High School, which is not that these girls aren't, because I'm sure many of them are also taking AP classes as well, but if someone wants to pursue the AP route of taking AP classes, we are very much growing our program of AP classes at Gordon Central. So just to give you guys an idea, last year in the 24-25 school year, we had 133 students who took an AP class, and we gave 210 AP tests. This year we have 229 students who are taking AP classes, and so far we have 372 tests that are registered for. So that is a huge increase in the number of AP.
Can you mind mention just briefly what AP means?
Yes, sorry. It's advanced placement, so that means that these are classes that the students are taking, which is a rigorous course, and then if they pass the test at the end of the year with a 3, 4, or 5, they receive college credit for taking that class. So this is an opportunity for them to get a head start in college. So we've had a huge increase in our enrollment in those classes, but we also want to increase it even more. So looking forward, we have a plan to increase the number of AP classes that we're offering, the different course offerings. Next year, we're going to bring on AP Psychology. We've talked about the possibility of bringing in another AP Science class, and we will have AP Research, which is part of the AP Capstone Diploma, which actually kind of started last year with students being able to take the AP Seminar class as 10th graders as their replacement for their 10th grade English class. And so that is one of the things that really increased the number of kids taking AP classes. So I have a couple students here that are going to talk about their AP experience who were part of the AP seminar class last year and are continuing through.
All right, I'm Caleb. I'm Isaac Hamilton. I'm a junior at Corden, and just to give a little bit of a background on like my AP experience, I took AP Seminar, AP World History, and AP Physics last year, and I'm currently in AP Language. And just to talk about the program, it's like for me, it's been a really good way to not only just learn like the tangible things, but to apply them immediately and like get used to doing that. And the second thing I want to say about it is, in conversation with my brother, who's like currently in college and going to classes in college, above like the weight that it gives on your GPA and the college credit you can get, like I really believe that this is just a good way to like really experience the college experience before experiencing it, so you can adjust to it better. Like I'm confident that through these courses and taking them and getting exposed to them, that the transition from like a high school classroom setting to more of a like bigger college setting will be a little bit easier because of the courses.
Yeah, so just to add on to what he said, AP classes aren't just like you sit in a classroom and you learn. There's a lot of like labs, like AP Physics did a lot of labs. AP Seminar, we did a lot of presentations. AP World, we did a lot of like history projects and stuff like that. And like despite how hard they are, a lot of kids will still take them because there's so many resources online. There's so many YouTube videos, so many practice problems, just a lot of people making AP like content. And that's a part of the reason that I think AP is growing so large, and not just in our school, but in the nation, because of how many resources there are online for people to look at.
So that's our plan, is to continue to increase the number of kids that are having this opportunity. And these two are just examples of kids who have kind of started out last year and are continuing along that path.
We had made mention a couple of years ago, Allison, I think it was our presentation in the Media Center about a student who even scores a 1 on an AP test is going to be more prepared at the university and collegiate level, even if they score a 1 on the AP test. And we're getting that word out. Our counselors are doing a great job of that, getting that out to students. If you're going to pursue post-secondary education, college or university level, let's get in those AP classes and let's get that rigor and let's be prepared. So thank you again for supporting those programs, those pathways. And again, Amanda Graff does a great job with our CCR and working with Ms. Schock and Dr. Eastridge through the years and her course of action and what we want to offer each semester. We thank you for your support along the way. Thank you.
And I'll say one more thing about AP is that we also, a few weeks ago, met with South Central to see if we can expand that opportunity on both campuses. Since we already share students for other pathways, why can we not share students for AP? But so that's something that we're looking into for next year.
Sorry. Thank you. Next month is the month you'll be presenting some.
We'll be presenting course offering lists for both Corden Central and South Central's at December board meeting.
It's amazing what our high schools are doing, such a good work. And it is a school night, so if you want to go home, that's okay. The rest of the meeting is not nearly as exciting as your part.
We're so proud of all of you.
You really
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
I know, I didn't get to go, but I saw.
I wish you would have been able to go with us. I
Saw pictures.
Yeah, pretty proud of her. Thank you, guys.
Wow. I guess we're ready for the consent agenda. Does anybody from the public want to address the board tonight? Don't say it. Okay, I was gonna say we have to. Okay. Let's do the board minutes and clean docket together. Is there a motion to approve? Karen? Second? Barb? All in favor, please vote. 7-0. Under corporation personnel, all the way over to Does anybody need anything pulled? All the way down on page 2. If not, is there a motion to approve? Deneen, Larry, second?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All in favor, please vote. 7-0. Operational matters. Items in number 4, anybody need anything pulled?
One and two.
Pulled, or?
So you want to vote on them separate?
Just vote. You want to vote separately on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Item 1 will be voted on separately. Is there a motion to approve? Steve? Second? Larry? All in favor of item 1, please vote. 5, opposed? 2. Item 2, separately. Is there a motion to approve? Karen? Second? Bart? All in favor, please vote. 5, opposed? 2. Anything else pulled? Okay. Then lump everything from number 3 down to field trips. Is there a motion to approve? Deneen? Second? Karen? All in favor, please vote. 7-0. Field trips? Motion, Larry? Second, Steve? All in favor, please raise your hand. 7-0. Fundraisers. No, Jamie, motion first. Motion to approve? Steve? Second? Karen? All in favor, please vote. 7-0. No unfinished business. We have several items under the new business. Anybody need anything pulled? If not, is there a motion for the items under new business? Larry? Second? Karen? All in favor, please vote. 7-0. We have no motions. Superintendent's comments.
You do note there, of course, the upcoming events. And of course, the superintendent, I was going to mention, they did mention the young man from South Central in the state, but we also had Miss Leghart from Corden Central competed in the state meet. So neat to see our kids there on the front page of the sports.
That's what we got the ranking, got third.
Yeah. And I will say that for me, it's a joy hearing these young people. I mean, I go to Rotary and they'll introduce themselves and I get to sit down and have lunch and talk with the kids there. The young people that are applying for the Little League Scholars get a chance to talk to them, or just in the hallways to see kids. I call them kids. Everybody's a kid to be at my age. But we've got some fantastic young people. And they're doing some very special things. Whenever you hear Alice, I know a little bit what she's going to say next month, but when she starts talking about some of the achievement and some of the things our kids have been able to accomplish with the scholars and all that, they're special kids. So they're blessed to have them. They're blessed to have them. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Board members' communication. Steve, anything? Karen?
I just want to congratulate all the fall athletes. We had so many at Corden Central, all conference and honorable mentions. And even though the band didn't make the state, they received the gold rating and got music distinction, which we haven't had in a long time. So we're very proud of them. And I want to thank Allison for giving us that AI update the other day, because I had no clue.
Taylor.
That she just stole my thunder.
Oh,
Allison, I wanted to thank you for the AI training. I didn't know much about it. I had no idea how it could be used in the classroom. I even made my husband listen to me give a presentation. I said, you won't believe. Of course, he just listens to me, and I don't think he just does it just because he loves me. I don't think he even absorbs any of it, but I made him listen to one about how I did the field trip and all that, and he picked up on the possibility playground and sack lunch for the playground and all the things that I watched. When I did the tours after I retired, I did the tours before COVID hit downtown. And all of the things that I watched those schools from Indianapolis and other places, the things they did was exactly what was on that sheet, because they knew Corridon's. AI could tell you all about Corridon and what was, wow, how much easier my job would have been if I'd had that when I was teaching. So, now, I really appreciate you giving us your time to teach an old lady in the trip. I'm going to use it at home for stuff. I mean, Mary was using it for recipes.
For quilting,
You didn't take my advice on the new hairstyle I see that I asked AI about.
Larry.
I don't have anything. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed their presentations. They did a really good job.
I will say that I was at the Harrison County Lifelong Learning and Career Fair that day when all the students went through it.
And then board members, we do have the Pines coming up Thursday night. And we also need to decide if we're going to do a trip over to Louisville for the Foster. Because I think we'll get some discounts if we do that early. Are we members of Foster?
Sign in as members.
Doesn't cost anything.
So if we want to do the
I plan on going to the.
March, okay, 15 to 7, 16, 15,
Please
16.
let us know if you'd like to notify Andy, and we'll work on making sure that you sign up for that.
We did discuss things that, well, we don't have to have room in the board. So it'll be just mainly the registration.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing that.
Okay. I'm impressed with the students tonight. They did not appear nervous at all. I mean, and that's saying something for high school kids to stand in front of them. Congratulations on their presenting skills. Anything else to come for the good of the cause? Is there a motion to adjourn? Nick? Is there a second to that? Oh, come on, I just figured all that. Always been second to that. One, get the page, get it. Wait a second. Yeah.